Okay, so we're back and we have walls, and now we're going to do some project information. So over in this navigator, this view map, which you can always get by, well, let's say I don't have the icon because I'm too small here. You can always get by clicking this little guy here to get the navigator. That pops up this set of views. These are my view maps. You can think about this as the same as model space in AutoCAD, and then here's the layout book where all the sheets are, and then here are the actual publisher sets. So this is how we can organize layout books into different publishing sets, and then merge them to one PDF and save them as a PDF. So to set up the project information, I right click on the top of this little guy where it says row residence, and I go into project info, and then I can start putting in all of my project info in here. We've done all this before. I'm not going to do it again for this, but that's where you would input all that information. The other thing I can do is set the project location, which can be kind of fun, and I can also set project north. Also very helpful once we get into annotating, especially the site plan. I'll go over that a little bit later. But first I want to get us through some of the walls and doors, windows, all that kind of stuff. So we've done walls here. We are looking good, right? We've got all three of these floors. I don't have a basement slab yet, so I want to do a basement slab. I'm going to go down there, slab tool. The basement slab is only going to be 4 inches thick. That's how thick a concrete slab is. And then I'm going to do the basement slab from the inside of the concrete in the basement. So that's how we do a basement slab. We pour the foundation wall first, and actually a lot of times they'll frame most of the house even before pouring the basement slab, and then they'll come in and pour the basement slab inside the concrete walls. These concrete walls will do it inside, and then after that we'll frame out these walls, these interior finish walls, and there's usually insulation inside of this wall, this interior wall. So that's my basement slab. I've got it in there. Should be down there. Yep, it kind of steps below. So then one of the things I want to look at here is, not right now, thank you. These walls that are underneath the garage, you can see right now there's this big hole. These walls should only be 4 feet below grade. So I'm going to look at what's going on with grade here, and it looks like up at the garage, obviously, we're right at grade with the foundation wall, and then it starts to taper down on each side. So I'm gonna guess that these foundation walls come about 60 inches below grade. But I'm also gonna guess that the garage is stepped down from the house, which it looks like it is stepped down about the width of the floor framing. So there's some stuff we got to do to figure all that stuff out, but for now I think what I want to do is I want to take this wall, these two walls actually, so since it selected both of them, that's fine. And I'm just gonna subtract 3 feet from that, make it 3 foot 5 inches high, and then I'm gonna put it 3 feet up. Oh, I did that wrong. 5 foot 5 and 3 feet up, just like that. And the way I got to this, you'll probably be able to see it, but if you hover up above here in these, you can go into the wall settings or any of these tools. You can go into their settings by clicking on this icon. You can also just hover your mouse up here and scroll with your mouse wheel, and that'll get you through all of the settings as well. So either way you want to do it. I prefer to just be here, but it's entirely up to you. So that's our basic walls and slabs. Now I want to do roofs. So I'm going to go to the main level, architectural plan. I'm going to do that lower roof first, this roof. So I'm going to go to the wall, building section here. And I want to look at, stop that. Oh, come on, stop it. There. That's a 312. So this is how we annotate roof slope, something over 12. Nice little simple ratio. 12 because it's a foot, 12 inches, so it's 3 inches and 12 inches. It's the same as 3 feet and 12 feet, same as 3,000 feet and 12,000 feet, same deal. Same as 3.3, no, that doesn't work. I'm sorry, my math just fell apart. Okay, so I want to do this roof down right here, and it looks like if I look at the elevations, elevations, there, it looks like this roof kind of extends past the front of the house, and it forms that covered front porch. So here we can see it there. So this big front porch, back porch. So we've got to figure that out a little bit, right? So let's do it. So let's see, we've got in the plan that porch is 8 feet. So I'm going to start with my roof tool. I'm going to make sure that I'm on this geometry method, simple plane, and I'm going to start with this guy, this basic construction method of a rectangle. The first 2 clicks I make are what are called the spring line of a roof, and the spring line is what it's the point where the roof sits on a wall, some kind of wall line, and the spring line defines essentially the height of the roof, because since the roof's at a slope, we need to give ourselves some line somewhere that we can measure for height, for where the roof sits, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do that, and then I get this little eyeball, and telling me which side I want the roof on. I want the roof on this side, right? It's going to go up this way, so I'm going to go click it here, and now I've got this pencil tool, and with the pencil tool I can draw a rectangle. So I'm going to draw a rectangle from here to here. I'm just going to do that for now. Now I'm going to select this roof and go into its settings and make sure I've got it set to the right height. So this roof sits on top of the wall, not on top of the floor, on top of the wall. The wall is 9 foot 1 1/8 inches. The thickness is probably a 2 by 12 with 1/2 inch plywood, so that would be 12 3/4 inches. The slope right now is in degrees, which are lame. Degrees are lame. So we want to go in 12 feet or in 12 inches, right? Either one is, I'll go in 12 inches, and then it should be 3. So there, it's already there, 3 inches. And then I can determine whether it's a plumb cut or a right angle cut or at some custom angle. I think by the elevations it's a right angle cut, so we can leave that as it is. And then we hit OK. So now you see it sort of shows up as a dashed line because it's overhead, which is what we want. That's good. And now I want to start to manipulate this to see what I can do with shaping it correctly. So one thing I know for sure is that this roof goes all the way up to this wall in the upper level, right? It fills up, otherwise there'd be a hole in the ceiling. That's bad, right? Hole's bad. So I'm going to go, see I have the little trident, peace sign, Mercedes symbol. I go over the edge there and I click on that, and what comes up is a little, what's called a pet palette. Look at the cute little pet palette. So you can select an icon up here, and these all do different things. If you do this guy, it'll offset a single edge. So this guy is a useful one. This one creates a node, this one offsets an edge, this one offsets all the edges, and we'll use all 3 of those. So this one, and then I'm going to go up and snap to that point right there, just like that. And then I want to go out that 8 feet on this side, so I'm going to go to this edge of the roof and go out, type in 8 feet. It does that. And then I want to make an overhang, and I'm going to presume that it's a 2-foot overhang. So I'm going to click on an edge again here, and then I'm going to change over to the offset all edges and go 2 feet. That's that. Now I want to cut this bit of roof out because there's part of the roof is going up into the 2nd floor right now, which is also bad, right? No one wants a roof in their bedroom. So let's see if we can cut that out. So the way I can do that is if I click along an edge somewhere inside the house here, and then I pick this guy, insert new node. I can put a node there, 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 there. I have to, click, and click, click, and click, and there. And then this guy is a little bit tricky, right? Because I've got to move in 2 different directions. So I might want to move in the Y direction there. Let me go Y direction first, and hold down my Shift key to lock it in. Line it up, and then move it over on the X direction, and intersect like that. So that's my roof. That's my lower roof. So now I want to do this on the upper level. So since I've got a lot of the settings I like here, I'm going to Alt click this guy since I already did the height and the slope and all that sort of stuff. Instead of just going back to the roof tool, I'm going to select that guy because I think we know it's the same on the upper one. Then I'm going to go Shift F2, and then I'll go and do my spring line like this, like that. A little tricky here. I'm going to have to do some stuff, so I'll do that. Offset that edge. Whoop, do that. Offset that edge. The pet palette has a way of moving around. I haven't tamed the pet palette very well. And then I'm going to offset all the edges 2 feet. Actually, you know, first what I need to do, I need to make some nodes here, don't I? Because the roof actually cuts in. So we'll make a couple of nodes. That. Boink. 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 Okay, then I offset all the edges 2 feet. And there I go. So let's look at this in 3 dimensions. Pretty good, huh? Except I got these big chunks out that are missing in the walls. So I want to make these walls go up to the roof. The way I do that is oh so easy. I select some walls. So now I've selected all the walls, right? So I need to do that Alt G again, so I can just select some individual walls. And I'm holding down the Shift key to select multiple walls. And then I'm going to set the height to something ridiculous, like 16 feet. 16 feet, John, feet, like that. And then I have this funky little icon up here, which I can't see right now because I'm too small. There we go. This funky little icon right here. Trim elements to roof shell. Click on that guy and select a roof. See when that little top of the roof fills up? That means I'm on a roof. Click it. And then I want to come in here and make sure that, you know, it's giving me a couple options, in or out, or however it wants to do it. I want to make sure that these are joined and not disjointed like that, because that means I'm, you know, cutting them in the right direction. So I'm going to stay inside this red dashed line of the roof and click, and that should do it for that level. Then I'll do the same thing on the main level. Control F2. So I want, you know, these walls to trim to this roof. The tricky thing here, of course, is that the roof cuts through a wall, and I want this wall, this section of the wall, to keep going up and this to stay down. So what I need to do is split the wall. So I'm going to select this wall right here and use my split tool, little hatchet up there, and draw a line through the wall right there and pick a side, either side. And then I'll pick this wall. Hi-ya! Chopped it. And then I'll select these walls and set them to something crazy tall. Trim them to this roof. And now I should have a building form in its full, beautiful, wonderful extent. So it looks like one thing that I did that was not entirely accurate to the drawings is this overhang's a little weak, right? I think it's actually maybe more like 4 feet. So I'm going to go up to my upper level, select that guy, select the edge, offset just that edge 2 feet, and I am in business. Kapow. How do you like them apples? Okay, now I am going to do some windows and doors, and I'll do that in the next video.